as usual here with your morning show. Of course, we're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Hey, we made it right at about 10 o'clock today, 10:15. Not bad. We were ready to go a little earlier. Brian got his furniture delivery. They did not give him the window. They didn't. It's like they're supposed to call and give you the window, and then they didn't even call to give him the window. But at least they're early, right? That's always better. If you're going to miss the window, wouldn't you rather have them miss it early? Now you got the whole day.
That is true, but when they give you the heads up, you can be prepared for them. So they kind of threw me off my guard. So
yeah, but now you got your bunk. Now you got your bunk beds. You're all ready, for your room. You got your bunk bed. You can hang up your Sports Illustrated covers.
They were telling me Tuesday was supposed to be here, and then it turned into another day, and then Friday it's been a fiasco.
So did you get a ladder for your bunk beds, or are you just gonna jump up on?
He's got the Bert and Ernie set up.
Nice.
Yeah. My son loves bunk beds. Always arguing about who gets the top bunk.
There you go.
Just don't let it be like the Step Brothers bunk bed.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, a lot going on. We had the NBA draft last night. I thought it was, all I had heard was that Jabari Smith was going to go first, and then it was Banchero who goes first. I honestly think that you can't miss with either. I thought Smith was a better player, but I think Banchero maybe does a few more things. I don't know. Did they say, because I never watched stuff with sound. Were they saying that that they still thought it was Smith and they were surprised by Banchero, or by the time they announced him, did they know that was going to be the pick? Chris, did you know?
I think they said it was just fluid throughout the day, and that a lot of people thought it was more concrete than it actually was.
Because everything I had read said Smith a lock.
Oh yeah, so did I. Yeah, everything I read up until maybe a couple hours before the draft said Smith was going number one, and I even saw reports saying that the top three were like solid, bordering on locked in with.
What was the betting lines for those picks?
I know Banchero was plus 600 to go first overall.
Wow. Tremendous. Normally on the heavy odds ones are the ones that usually always come in. You usually don't get surprises in drafts like that.
Well, I read that as soon as Woj tweeted out that it was, going to be Smith, the odds jumped up to plus 1,000, and then within a couple of hours they plummeted down to plus 200 for Banchero to go first overall. So something happened.
Yeah, as soon as you saw that go to plus 200, man, I wish somebody would have given me a text message or something. I would have jumped on and bet that. Oh, I can't help it.
I'll tell you the bet that I want to make. The bet that I really want to make is a future bet on Arch Manning finishing his college career at Texas. I like the no on that. What I want is Steve Sarkisian as my head coach. What is this? What is this? How does a guy like that end up at Texas? I don't even understand it, but I do see a transfer to Ole Miss in his future.
Yeah, I'd want to go to the school that my dad graduated and had success at. Personally, that's just me. But
his brother too, no? Uncle.
I love the if there's a bet that he doesn't finish his college career at Texas. I love that bet. I love it. I don't even understand it. It's like, I don't get it. But I know Texas is a great university. To get in as a student from out of state is nearly impossible. And I also know that they have, the budget and athletic facilities that are better than a lot of NFL teams. So, on all those counts, yeah, as a college student and all those things. But as far as football career and coaching and all of those things, I guess, he has the coaches, and his uncles. I don't know. It's kind of I thought it was an odd choice.
Georgia and Alabama. I don't know.
No, at least he didn't go to Miami. That's what good saving grace.
Oh, Lord. What?
No, I'm just teasing. I don't know.
Why do we got to start this early?
I don't want to start anything. Yeah, for me personally, I would go to the university my dad had success at. That's what I would do. But who knows? Texas is definitely should be interesting.
in need of a quarterback after what 5-7 last year.
Well, they've been terrible for a long time, and they've had really struggled to get a quarterback.
So if he led them to the promised land, he'd be a legend in Texas. So
When was the last time they won a Big 12 title?
Vince
09?
Young.
Yeah.
2010 or 2009, I think.
Anyways, got Major League Baseball and NHL hockey today. You know, it's I don't know. The NBA draft I thought was strange, but you know, this Arch Manning thing was about as strange as it gets. I just didn't see it. Never saw it. I thought for sure Ole Miss, Tennessee, even you know, LSU, you know, made sense, but Texas, I don't know. Who am I? You know, who am I? I guess we'll find out when he finishes his career at Ole Miss. But got NHL tonight. This could be it for the season. I want to thank everyone that's contributed to our NHL this season. Randy Chambers and Chris, primarily, right, who have written up the NHL, the bulk of the season. Anyone else you want to thank, Chris?
Everybody that's just tuned in and checked out the hockey videos. Even, you know, Rod was helping me with, you know, the Puck Dogs videos earlier on this season. You know, everybody that's helped out with the NHL. Yeah, really appreciate it.
Awesome. Oh, we got the Avalanche and the Lightning going at it tonight, and it's 3-1. And the Lightning, you know, the defending champs, their back is against the wall. Any chance here that the Lightning strike, Chris?
I think so. It's all about which Andre Vasilevsky shows up. Do you have the Andre Vasilevsky that shows up that's 3-0 with a .33 goals against average and a .990 save percentage in his last 3 elimination games? Or the Vasilevsky that's 5-6 with a .342 goals against on the road in the postseason? So I think this all, for me, just boils down to Colorado being at home and just being so dominant at home. I think the Lightning are going to be a little bit ticked off that, you know, with the narrative of how the overtime goal was scored in Game 4. But for me, again, I said it, you know, the other day, and I'll still stick with it. To me, it was a good goal. Both teams were having a line change there. I don't think the Lightning have a gripe, and I think the Avalanche, being at home, put their foot down and end the dynasty. So give me the Avalanche. If you want to try to get that -175 price down, I would take them in regulation. I wouldn't be opposed to a puck line play either, in case you get the empty net goal.
Brian, how about you?
Well, I'm not a hockey guru, that's for sure. But in this one, I really see it being a 1-goal game. I think Vasilevsky. Now I butcher everybody's name. Vasilevsky. I think he's going to stand on his head. And you know, Tampa Bay, if they're going to have a chance in this one, they really got to shut down Colorado's scoring offense. I know that sounds, you know, pretty obvious, but to me, I think Tampa Bay plus on the puck lines the play, because I think everybody and their mama is going to be making love to this Colorado Avalanche team on the money line and on the puck line tonight. And I think Tampa Bay has a shot, but for me, the safer bet, and everybody knows I like the safer bet, I'm going to take the -160 puck line. I think Tampa Bay has a puncher's chance here.
All right. The betting tools say Avalanche 8 in a row at home. The betting tools say Avalanche first period as well.
What's the odds? What's the line on the first period?
I don't know. Chris, what's the line on the first period?
I'm just curious. I'm going to steal that one from you.
You just grab it right here. Give me a second. Okay, this doesn't work where I need it to, of course.
But it's definitely been a dominant season for Colorado, and you know, I was hoping for a 7-game series, but I don't think.
First period money line for Tampa Bay.
No, for Colorado, because I was listening to the betting tools in the first.
Yeah,
period.
First period Colorado money line is -150.
Yeah.
Or that gives you the push if it finishes tied. But if you lay the half a goal with the Avs, that goes to +150.
All right. I think we're going to see a war tonight. I wouldn't be surprised to see it to go to overtime. So that's just my take. We'll see how it goes.
Anyways, Ron Romanelli giving away his rundown play today using the code. If you got to check out over his Ron's rundown today, he's been in a slump, and I always am one of those people. He asked me, "What do you do when you're in a slump?" I say, "When you're in a slump," and I say this. We've done the same with Brian. I've done the same. Usually, you turn up the heat on yourself, and you give away, right? So that's what he's doing.
He told me he's not superstitious. The other day.
It has nothing to do with superstition.
I told him change his underwear. I told him.
Yeah.
And get a new pen. A new pen. Now I want to know this coach.
Shave. Shave, haircut, whatever.
What's the code?
Ron 15, capital R on the Ron.
I'm getting this. He's due for a good one.
He's too good of a capper to be in this. The thing is that his free picks have been fire. He was like 13-2 the other day, and then the one pick that he gives out, and was he had the Twins in that 4-run night thing. I mean, when you're running bad, those are the ones that you get. We've all had that. Everybody watching this show, everyone that's ever been on our show has had that run where it's like, no matter what you do, no matter how far ahead you are, you never feel good about it. And that's if you guys can remember my wife on her, that Colts. It was like I knew they were gonna blow the cover, but they actually held on. But it was like this.
He had the Astros as well, so he got screwed in that one. Not screwed, but bad luck.
Colts.
Yeah, those fucking Astros.
Yeah, I mean, it's the nature of sports betting, I've been on, it always seems like I'm on the wrong side of the worst beats ever, It's like, but, I've probably had my share of winners. I throw those out the window, and I always say the same thing. I had it all the way, right? So, I'm looking for my wife on here. Let's see if we can find it.
I think some games you remember more than others, some losses, and that's one that I'll definitely remember.
Oh, yeah. It's like the Northwestern Ohio State game. Here it is.
That Colts, that fucking coach. I just knew we were going to win. It's going to be the worst beat I've ever had.
That's a classic.
That is a classic. It was the game where the Colts were playing the Jets in that night game, or might have been a late game, and I think it might have been the Sunday night game or something, or the Monday night. And the Colts are up by like 40, and they go into the prevent zone, and it comes down to the last play of the game, and the Colts intercepted in the end zone.
I think I needed the Jets in that one.
Yeah, the Jets were like on the 15-yard line, like ready to score. It was like I was such a whiner that game. I was like, that coach, that Colts.
We all have those games where we're whining.
Anyways, speaking of whining, well, plenty of chances this Major League Baseball season to do so. Just seems Major League Baseball, without the non-time sport, you're always in it, but you're also never safe. We've got the Marlins taking on the Mets. We've got the Yankees taking on those same Astros from yesterday. Those bastards. And then you've got the Guardians who, score 11 runs one night and score 0 the next night. Go figure. Brian, what do you think of these three?
What was the third one? I heard the Guardians of the Galaxies and the Mets
Yankees and the.
Oh, okay. All right. So in this group in the games here, I'm going to take the Mets and Marlins to go under the 7.5. Just the lean here. You got Taijuan Walker and one of my favorite pitchers in baseball, Sandy Alcantara. I think we're going to see good efforts from both starting pitchers here. Marlins aren't setting the world on fire scoring runs. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. Yankees, Astros, I'm going to lean towards the Yankees today only because I I think we should see a lot of people loving Verlander. Yesterday really broke my heart. Had a little play on the Astros. They didn't come through. And then the last game, probably my favorite of the bunch here. I'm going to take the Guardians on the money line. Nick Pivetta, I've seen him pitch for many years, and he's pitching way better than I can ever remember. And I think Quantrill, he's had quality starts in 5 of the last 6. So I think the Guardians steal this one today.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the first 5 under in that Mets-Marlins game. I just think, like Brian said, Alcantara's been in Cy Young form and pitching absolutely fantastic this season. Taijuan Walker, no slouch. I don't know if he'll be able to match zeros the whole way, but I do expect a tight game and a low-scoring game through the first 5. And that Houston Yankees game, I think it's the opposite personally. I think it's a lot of people see the Yankees 4-run bottom of the ninth comeback last night. You see him with a cheap price here, and you see it. The league leading 52 win New York Yankees at that, and I think a lot of people are going to be on him. Justin Verlander had one of his worst starts in recent memory last time out. I think it was just the second time in his career where he allowed 9 or more hits in less than 4 innings of work, and I think Verlander and the Astros bounce back here, get the bad taste out of their mouths. So I'll take the Houston Astros here.
Well, guys like Verlander are paid the big bucks to, for situations like this. He is a big game pitcher, and this is a big game for the Astros. Do they sit there and let last night, seep into their heads, or do they ride, Justin Verlander, who just mows them down, which he certainly has the ability to do, and he is a Yankee killer. So, I mean, the Yankees there's always pitchers out there that are the Yankee killers, right? King Felix was, a Yankee killer. Justin Verlander is a Yankee killer, and I expect him to be one again today. I like all 3 of these games, to be honest with you. I think these are a good start to the day. Brian, what are you selling today?
Well, I'm going to try to repeat yesterday's 3-0. If you want my best bet today, get my titanium play, just $15 at pickdogs.com. Or you can get my Get Out the Broom 3-pack that includes that $15 play for $50, guaranteed to profit at pickdogs.com.
And for me, I got my $15 pickoff play. The Padres let us down yesterday. We're going to bounce back today, head into the weekend strong. Love that play. That pickoff play also part of my Fastball Friday Major League 3-pack. $39 over at Pick Dogs Premium. Can't go wrong.
All right, I got my $15 big play coming off of yesterday's $15 big play winner. And going to look to, I got a lot of plays today. So one of those good days to have my longer term plan. I love today's card. And I know Brian and I always say that every Friday. And it's like,
yeah, that's true.
And the Dodgers, I think the Dodgers are 37-0 in the last 37 Fridays.
I forgot today was Friday. Jesus Christ. Right.
Yeah.
I love the card today.
So that's the problem. It's like,
I say that every Friday.
We say it every Friday, and it's like the Dodgers and the Yankees and are like 37-0 on Fridays. Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox.
I like Dodgers, Yankees today, so maybe I'm going to the dark side. I'm going to pull out me and Al Ninos. We're both mano y mano here. We're both loving life here.
I know.
You don't see me take Dodgers, Yankees very often.
It could happen. Got the Rays and the Pirates. Got the Braves and the Dodgers. And the Rangers and the Nationals. I got to go to Chris Ruffalo first whenever Espino's pitching.
That's his favorite pitcher.
Oh, Lord, don't get me started on Espino. I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Rays first 5 I believe on the run line. I think I'll lay the half run just because I think Mitch Keller, he's had his moments this season, but nothing consistent. And I think the Rays just have the better starter here in Jeffrey Springs. So give me the Rays to jump on Keller early in the first 5. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves. I know Ian Anderson, not a fan favorite here, but I can't lay juice with Urias. The Dodgers 3-7 in his last 10 starts, and he's just not the same 21 win pitcher from a year ago. I think the Braves play some of their best ball at home, and Ian Anderson due for some positive regression. So I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves there, and I'm going to go with the
positive regression.
Yeah, it's a thing.
That would be called ascension.
No, positive regression. It's an actual term. I've seen it like everywhere.
You're making it up, man. You're
I
making
never
it
swear
up.
to you.
You're
Positively
making it
regress.
up.
I swear, positive regression to the baseball card. When he's pitching, when the numbers are bad, and you regress to the back of your baseball card if that's a positive regression. I'm telling you,
What?
it's a thing. It's a thing.
It's
I'm telling
ascension.
you.
Wait, if you're down, you're ascending.
I know, yeah, I know, but I'm saying I've seen the term positive regression.
I'm positive that your understanding of the English language is regressing.
Which is swear to God, next time I see you on the bubble craps table, I'm going to hit your button early. I swear. Okay, and then the other one, I'm going to go with the under 9 Nationals Rangers. I just think this is a spot where the offense is going to be so bad that it's going to make the pitching look a lot better than it actually is, and I just envision this being a low scoring game. So give me the under 9, and I'm waiting for the positive regression roast.
Positive regression to the mean doesn't mean the player is improving. It means the player's performance is moving back to a previously expected value. Negative regression means that a player was playing above his norm and is due to regress his way closer to the mean. Isn't positive regression simply progression? that's I don't know, man. It just doesn't.
I'm just telling you, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, okay.
Chris is trying here. He's putting a positive spin on it.
Okay.
Anyway, this grouping of games here, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Rays minus the 1.5 here. This isn't my typical type of play, but the Rays, these are the type of teams that, they win the games they're supposed to win. Tampa Bay Rays do. That's why they're usually there at the end of the season. Mitch Keller has had a few good starts in a row, at least close to a handful, but I think Springs goes 5 innings and the bullpen of Tampa Bay comes in and shuts down the door. I'll take Tampa Bay minus the 1.5. I'll take the LA Dodgers on the money line. Ian Anderson here. Probably my least favorite Atlanta Braves starter. I think Urias, another butchered name by me. I think he's the best pitcher the Dodgers have. I think he goes 6-7 strong. And Nationals and Rangers, I'm going to take Washington plus 1.5 here. I'm a Ranger guy, but not after they perform well against the Phillies. I think they take a step back against the Nationals. I think it's a 1-run game with Dunning on the mound. So give me the Nats plus 1.5.
All right. I like the Rangers. Dane Dunning. He's not an Espino guy. Not going to claim to be one.
Can't get you in the fan club?
No. I'm not feeling
How about
it.
the Bundy fan club?
Well, we'll have time for that one. That one's coming up. And I don't know. I like the over in the Braves Dodgers. I think both those guys stink. And I think the Rays, just parlay the Rays up with the Rangers in that bracket. Got the Kansas City Royals back on the field against the A's. These teams have played each other 78 times this season. We've got the Twins against the Rockies, teams that never play against each other. And then you've got the Brewers against the Blue Jays, 2 other teams that never play each other, at least not that I can remember. Chris?
Yeah, I don't remember the last time they played each other either. It might have been 2017, I think it was. But I'm gonna go with the Oakland and the Oakland A's on the money line. I don't love Cole Irvin, but Zach Greinke, he's a veteran, but he hasn't been missing bats this season. And the Oakland A's, we've known them to play better baseball on the road, and I just think this is a likely spot where the A's could potentially steal a win. So give me the Oakland A's. I'm gonna go with the over 9 and parlay that up with actually the same game parlay with the Minnesota Twins. Herman Marquez having issues pitching wherever he is, home or away, doesn't seem to matter. Still an ERA over 6. And Dylan Bundy, he's pitched better at home. He has given up his fair share lately, though, so I do think the Twins win a high-scoring game there. And I'm going to go with the under 8.5 between the Blue Jays and Brewers. You see Toronto and Milwaukee, you may instantly think 2 offensive teams. I was leaning towards Toronto, but I don't want to lay juice with the Blue Jays on the road right now, even with Alek Manoah on the mound. So give me the under 8.5. Toronto staff ace Hauser pitches better at home for the Brewers, so give me the under 8.5.
Well, for me, that time slot, I agree with Chris Ruffalo here. I like the under 8.5 in the Blue Jays and Brewers here. Alek Manoah, I think you're going to get a strong start out of him, but I don't trust the Blue Jays on the road laying minus 140. Brewers playing better baseball recently. I think Hauser has a better home start. I'd lean towards the Milwaukee Brewers, and then I like the under a little bit more, under 8.5. And then one of my favorite old-time pitchers, in Dylan Bundy. I'm not going to lay minus 160 with him, but I might pull an Al Ninos out of the bag, lay the -1 with Minnesota. I think it's a one-run game. I think the Twins get the best of the Rockies today.
I like that over in the Twins Rockies, but it seems almost too Captain Obvious for me. I like the Royals over the A's, and I like the Rangers and Dane Dunning over Paolo Espino, but I kind of like the over in that game also. I could see a lot of runs being scored in that thing too. We move on. We passed that game already. We're on the Brewers Blue Jays. I like the under in that one.
Just means you extra liked it.
Yeah. Smashed.
Are you going out of order again?
I smashed liked it. Smashed it. I can't wait to have my new set, man. A couple weeks away, maybe.
You're going to have a picture of me and Chris in the background?
I'm going to have all my bobbleheads and everything back.
And Romanelli, too.
Yeah. It should be ready soon. It's going to be another set that everyone will be copying, the new style of set, right? Everyone else gets the copy. But I think I've gotten this actually doesn't look bad, with the lights, which everybody else copies. I noticed that somebody was doing the shotgun. It's like, you don't live in, it's like, okay. Let's just, I should maybe start wearing my hat backwards and see if other people start doing that. Or we should wear our shirts inside out or something. See if
I'm copying already.
See if Doc Sports decides to do that.
Jeez.
Got the White Sox and the Orioles, the Cardinals against the Cubs, and the Angels against the Mariners. Bryant?
I believe this is the hardest slot that we've gone over today. But I'm going to take the Chicago. That game's for the drive-thru tonight. Make sure you tune in for the Baltimore Orioles and White Sox tonight on the drive-thru.
Whoa, I'm not going to be able to take my afternoon nap.
Yeah, I can't give that out here. I got to give that out later. Cubs and Cardinals. I'm going to take the Captain Obvious play, take the Cardinals here. Kyle Hendricks on the road, the Cubs. I think you're still getting a value with the Cardinals at -160. Normally over -150 is where I draw the line, but I'd be very surprised if the Cardinals didn't take this game. And then Angels and Mariners. I'm going to take a shot with Chris Flexen. I thought it would be a down year for Flexen, but we've seen Lorenzen struggle. I believe is his last start. He got hit around. I like the Mariners at this price. If you're playing, you want to feel a little bit scared about this game, take the +1.5 with the Mariners. I think it's a one-run game.
Yeah, I am going to take the Angels here. You're right. It was Lorenzen did get beat up, and he got beat up by these same Mariners in his last start, 7 runs over 5 innings. But that start was on the road, and Lorenzen pitched much better at home this season, a 2.51 ERA. And I think just the momentum that the Angels had after Shohei Ohtani's 13 strikeout game sort of carries over, and I think the Angels get a bit of revenge here at home. And I'm also going to go with the St. Louis Cardinals. There's just no back in the Cubs on the road for me, even with Kyle Hendricks. Hendricks, historically a struggling pitcher on the road, and I think we see more of the same here. So give me the St. Louis Cardinals in this one.
I got to give credit to the Orioles where credit is due. I watched that game last night with the Orioles against the White Sox. Their outfielders made play after play after play after play on balls that were hit on the nose, like out by the fence, the warning track, down the line, everywhere. Diving catches, running catches, they did not miss a ball. If that was like the Phillies, there'd be balls bouncing off the glove all day long. And I'm telling you, it's like you saw the Orioles making plays last night, and that's where it starts.
Yep, this is a team we have to watch the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's where it starts. You start believing in yourself defensively. You hold a team like Chicago White Sox in a hitter's ballpark on the road to 0 runs when they're hitting the cover off the ball on you. That's where you start. The plays at the plate by both teams, gunning players down at the plate. That was just, a great game.
A lot of good young players on Baltimore.
It happens. It just happens, you know. And it's like the Orioles are feeling it. They're feeling it. They're 7 games under 500, 14-22 on the road, 6-4 in their last 10 games.
I bet by the end of the season, the Orioles will be one of the better moneymakers as far for bettors.
19-17 on the run line on the road. They're 44-27 on the run line this season.
Okay, opinion. If the Orioles weren't in the AL East, would they finish with an 80-win season or 500 season?
I think they can finish in 500 in the AL East.
You think so?
I think so. I think they go out, and I think here's where not having John Means hurts. Is where you actually are good.
Yeah.
Instead, you've got Austin Voth.
Because John Means gives them an opportunity to win any game that he starts.
Right. Against even the good teams. They don't
have any pitchers that go out there and you say, well, that's the Orioles night tonight. But they have a young pitcher. I believe he's
Voth.
No, I think he's the number 1 prospect in baseball. Maybe I'm wrong. They have a really good starting pitcher.
I'll tell you, Kramer looked pretty good last night, and
I'm a Kramer guy. Yeah.
You know?
I'm a Kramer guy.
Arts and crafts.
Dean Kramer, man.
How about if Kramer was playing against Jason Alexander? What would you like? How about that one?
I would take Kramer over Alexander.
You'd have to get Bette Midler to ump the game for that one.
Jeez. Can you imagine? Now, the only pitcher we're missing for our flashback Friday is Berea.
One of my favorite Seinfeld lines. Someone yelled Galooly at me.
The Tony.
We've got
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
We got the Padres against the Phillies. The Phillies, man, took a tight game, busted it wide open on the Padres last night. Got the Diamondbacks against the Tigers, and then the Giants against Graham Ashcraft and the Cincinnati Reds. Brian?
This is another tough slot. I'm going to take the Phillies again tonight. I guess more people are expecting them to win tonight, but last night the reason I like the Phillies is because they were going against one of the best pitchers in baseball. And those are the type of games the Phillies somehow show up for. And when they're expected to win, they don't win. But tonight, Aaron Nola has been pitching phenomenally. He's really spotting his pitches. And Mackenzie Gore, I think he's trending downwards. So I'm going to take the Phillies, lay them on the money line. And then the Reds and Giants, I think the Giants are much better than the Reds. But when the Giants are minus 200 favorites, I usually like to go the other way. I'll take the Reds plus 1.5 with Ashcraft. Hopefully to keep it within 1 run here, just to lean.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the over 7 in that Phillies Padres game. You know, Gore has been hittable for the Padres in his last few starts, and I think the Phillies could get to him. But I also think that San Diego could get to Nola here. If they don't get to Nola, I think they'll get to that Phillies bullpen. 7 just far too low of a total for me in that one. I'm gonna go with the Arizona Diamondbacks. I like Merrill Kelly more than I like Ronnie Garcia. Now, Garcia has pitched better on the road, but I think in the end, the lack of scoring for Detroit, I think it's just going to come back and bite them here against Kelly and the D-backs. So give me Arizona in that one. And I'm going to go with the over 8 between the Reds and Giants. I just think, Graham, I wanted to call him Asshat, but now I have to stick with Ashcraft. He's just been absolutely horrible in his last couple. Thank you. He's been absolutely horrible in his last couple starts. And Alex Cobb, just been, nothing special this season. ERA bordering on 6. I know he's had some bad luck in some of his starts, but
that's Romanelli Cy Young Award winner, isn't it? Cobb.
Oh yeah. Don't remind me. I'm going to hear about it again just for going against him here. But I just don't want any part of Alex Cobb. The small sample size excuses can go out the window now. So give me the over 8 there.
All right. I like the under in that Padres-Phillies game, and probably like the over in that Reds-Giants game. Any parlays?
I got a parlay. This is dedicated to one of my good buddies here. I'm going to take the Dodgers on the money line, the Yankees on the money line, and the Rays on the money line. I know it's juicy, but if you parlay it up, that reduces a little bit. Rays, Dodgers, Yankees, money line.
And see with that camel hat, Brian blending in with the public on that one. But I'm going to go with the see, I'm on fire today. What else can you say? I'm going to go with the
Good evening.
You like this hat, right? This hat's courtesy of Ron Ruminelli, my cookie.
There you go. Speaking of Romanelli, I just got the heater about Alex Cobb, so we'll have to deal with that after. But I'm going to go with the over 9 between the Rockies and Twins, under 8.5 between the Blue Jays and Brewers, and the LA Angels on the money line.
I like the over in the Rangers Nationals game, the over in the Dodgers Brave game, and the over in the Twins Rockies on National Square Day of the weekday. 3 overs.
Yeah, I like my parlay. That fits right in with the National Square Day.
Yes, it is. It is Friday. Every Friday is National Square Day. All right. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day. Yeah, we appreciate each and every one of you. And those of you that are VIPs, we'll see you in just a moment.